Ladies and gentlemen, stop for a moment. Imagine this: you disappear tomorrow. Completely off the grid. No phone, no email, no social media, nothing. 90 days later, the world wouldn't even notice. Your job would carry on. Your friends will continue, and your routine, your precious routine, would reset itself like nothing ever happened. And your life, it will look exactly the same. Most people don't fail because they're lazy. They fail because they're invisible to themselves. They're spinning wheels in the wrong direction. We all like to tell ourselves, I'm busy, I'm improving, I'm hustling. But let's be honest, what does that really mean? You wake up, hit snooze 3 times, grab your phone, scroll TikTok or Instagram, maybe watch 1 or 2 short motivational videos thinking, yes, I'm getting inspired. You brew coffee, check emails, eat breakfast while watching a random YouTube video, and somehow that counts as starting your day right. Meanwhile, some kid in India or China is coding a new app before most people have even made their bed. Elon Musk wakes up thinking about rockets and AI. Jeff Bezos 10 years ago was planning his next big move, while most people were still deciding what cereal to eat. And what did you do? You scrolled. That's the brutal truth. Here's the first thing you need to fix. Your morning, not your habits. Not your mindset, not your vision, just your morning. The first 60 minutes of your day dictate how your brain works, how your energy flows, and whether your life will inch forward or stay frozen. If you start the day scattered, distracted, and half asleep, the rest of your day is already lost. You can plan, schedule, and watch motivational videos all you want. But if your morning is weak, the day will dominate you instead of the other way around. It doesn't have to be complicated. You don't need expensive apps, fancy planners, or a personal coach. You need intentionality. Move your body, think clearly. Write down one thing that actually matters today. And for the love of your future self, don't touch your phone first. Give your brain a chance to be free to set priorities. To wake up. If you fix only one thing this year, fix this. Before your phone, before the world, before other people. Decide your day, 1 page, 1 task, 1 direction. And yes, I get it, mornings are hard, the bed is warm, the blankets are soft, and the world outside is noisy. But look at the people who changed the world. Steve Jobs didn't scroll memes for inspiration before designing the iPhone. Oprah didn't spend her first hour on social media. They designed their day before the day could design them. And that's the difference between someone who looks back in December saying I wasted another year and someone who looks back saying I created something real. So if 2026 is going to be different, it has to start here, right when your alarm rings. Fix your mornings and you'll fix your life. Start your day with intention, and suddenly the impossible feels possible. The lazy, the distracted, the unfocused, they will continue scrolling while you are quietly building the version of yourself they can't even imagine. That's the first step, the morning step. Fix it, or 2026 will look exactly like every year before. Now that your morning is under control, there's another silent killer of your progress that almost nobody talks about: where you spend your attention. And this one is sneaky because it feels productive. It feels like growth, but in reality it's stealing your life. Think about yesterday. How much of it went to things that actually mattered? How much went to scrolling TikTok, refreshing Instagram, watching random YouTube videos, checking notifications, replying to messages that don't even matter, or arguing in a group chat over nothing? We all tell ourselves, I'm just staying informed, but here's the truth. You're not growing. You're wasting your most valuable resource, your attention. Let me make it real. You woke up, had your intentional morning for 60 minutes. Congratulations. Then what happened? 3 hours of your day were gone because your attention got hijacked. That notification ping from WhatsApp, boom. You're gone. That one funny reel on Instagram, boom. Gone again before you know it. The first 3 hours of your workday are history, and somehow you feel accomplished. But look at the results. Nothing changed. Your skills didn't improve. Your side project didn't move. Your goals didn't progress. You've been busy, but busy doesn't mean productive. And here's the funny part. We act like this is normal. You think everyone does it. But the people who move mountains, they don't spend their first hours reacting to notifications, Jeff Bezos wasn't checking TikTok before launching Amazon's next project. Elon Musk doesn't scroll memes while building rockets. Oprah didn't get inspired from someone else's success story while eating breakfast. They take control of their attention before anyone or anything can hijack it, and that's the real difference. So what do? Start noticing where your attention goes first. Look at your day honestly. How much of your morning and early afternoon is adding value and how much is just noise? Pick one thing to block immediately. Maybe you mute social media notifications for the first 2 hours. Maybe you don't open group chats before lunch. Maybe you stop watching random videos that give no value. Simple but powerful, one small adjustment, and suddenly your day starts working for you instead of against you. Because here's the harsh truth. You don't need more hours. You don't need more energy. You need focused attention. Just an hour of real focus early in your day will outpace hours of distracted effort. Meanwhile, everyone else keeps reacting to the world, scrolling, watching, arguing, and wondering why they're not ahead. You've just taken the first step to being unpredictable, to being ahead, to actually moving forward. By now your mornings are intentional. Your attention is focused. You're starting to take control. But there's a third silent killer that almost nobody talks about: the people and content you let influence your mind. And this one is sneaky because it feels normal. It feels friendly, it feels safe. But it's quietly deciding your results for you. Think about it. How many times have you caught yourself saying, I want to start this project, or I need to focus on my goals, only to have a friend say, why bother, that won't work anyway? Or family members complaining about your plans. How often do you find yourself watching videos or reading posts that make you feel inspired for 5 minutes, then scrolling into negativity, gossip, or drama? That's poison for your mind, and most people don't even notice. Here's a funny but painfully real example. You have that one friend who always says, I tried that, it didn't work, whatever. You hang out. Suddenly your enthusiasm shrinks. Or you follow a social media account that constantly posts about how impossible life is, how everyone is failing, or how the world is unfair. And before you know it, you start thinking, maybe they're right, maybe I shouldn't even try. Meanwhile, someone else, someone you don't even know, is quietly building a business, learning a skill, or creating results because they protected their mind from this nonsense. Even the most disciplined morning routine and focused attention can be sabotaged if your circle is toxic or negative. Look at the greats. Warren Buffett surrounds himself with smart, disciplined people. Bill Gates reads books and listens to experts, not gossip or drama. Oprah carefully chooses who she lets influence her thoughts. These people guard their mind like it's a fortress, and that's why they stay ahead, even when chaos surrounds them. So here's what you need to do. Audit your circle seriously. Notice one person, one source of content, one habit of absorbing negativity that's silently holding you back. Limit it, mute it, unfollow it. If a friend constantly drains your energy, instead of lifting you, make boundaries. Protect your brain, because nothing you do, no morning routine, no focus, no effort, will matter if your mind is being poisoned by the wrong influences. Here's the shocking part. Most people think this is extreme. They think I can't cut off my friends or family. But the truth is, you can control what enters your mind, even if you can't control others' actions. And if you don't, you'll be stuck repeating the same frustrations every year. You'll look back in December, wonder why nothing changed, and realize your life wasn't stolen by opportunity. It was stolen by the wrong inputs. So if you really want 2026 to be different, guard your mind like your life depends on it, because it does filter your circle. Protect your attention and watch how fast everything else starts to line up, because the moment you take control of who and what you let influence you, stop being reactive and start being unstoppable. Now let's get brutally real. There's a silent thief that steals more dreams than any alarm clock, notification, or toxic friend combined. And it's all the tiny compromises and excuses you make every day. We all do it. You tell yourself, I'll start next week, or I'm too tired today, or it's not the right time. And here's the funny, painful truth. Next week looks exactly like today. Tomorrow looks exactly like yesterday. And the perfect time never shows up. Meanwhile, someone else is quietly moving, while you argue with yourself about why you can't. Think about it like this. Imagine you want to learn a new skill, start a side hustle, or get in shape. You decide to start Monday. Monday comes. You skip it because, oh, the coffee was too strong, traffic was bad, or the Wi-Fi was slow. Tuesday, same excuses, slightly different flavor. By the end of the month, you realize you've done nothing except practice making excuses very efficiently. Congratulations, you are now a world-class excuse maker. Even famous people fall into small compromises, but the difference is they don't let them define their life. Serena Williams didn't skip practice because she was tired. Mark Zuckerberg didn't stop talking to investors because the weather was bad. They pushed through small excuses every single day. While the rest of the world perfected the art of rationalizing why they didn't try. And here's the punchline, it's often invisible. No one sees it. People look at your life and say you're busy. You're trying, but what really matters is what you actually do, not what you say you will do. That tiny compromise today, it compounds. One small excuse leads to another, and soon you've spent a year perfecting nothing. So here's the wake-up call. Notice your excuses. Write them down. Laugh at how ridiculous some of them are. Then choose one. Just one thing you will not compromise on today. Do it, and tomorrow pick another. Tiny actions against excuses add up faster than grand plans that never leave your brain. Because once you start shutting down excuses, everything else, morning's focus, people around you starts working for you instead of against you. This is the subtle difference between people who spend life frustrated, waiting for change, and people who actually create the results everyone admires. The more excuses you allow, the longer you stay stuck. The fewer excuses you accept, the closer you get to the life you imagine. Even if you start small, imagine this for a second. Your future self is already alive. Not some vague idea, not a year from now, not next month. They're watching you right now, silently judging every choice you make. Every time you scroll another hour, hit snooze, stay in your comfort zone, or give in to a tiny excuse, they're taking notes. And here's the funny part. Your future self isn't impressed. They don't care that you meant to start. They don't care that you were just resting. They care about results. They care about what actually changed. And if you keep doing what you're doing, they're shaking their head, wondering why you didn't fight harder, why you didn't take control, why you let another year slip by. Think about it like this. 10 years from now, the person you want to be, the successful, confident, unstoppable version of you, is already living. Every day you waste is a tiny note in your future self's journal that says, you could have done better. You know it's true. You felt that regret when you look back at last year and say, I should have. That's your future self whispering, I could have been further ahead if you just started. He practiced 100 extra shots every day. His teammates didn't. Warren Buffett reads books when others are binging shows. Oprah took risks everyone told her were impossible. They weren't thinking about comfort, excuses, or timing. They were thinking about their future selves, the ones who would look back and say, thank you for choosing today. So here's the shocking truth. Your future self doesn't wait. They don't negotiate. They don't care if you feel ready. Every day you waste, every decision you postpone, they're silently disappointed. But here's the good news. You can change what they see. One small choice today, one bold action, one step outside your comfort, and suddenly your future self is smiling. Stop living for your present self, the lazy, distracted, comfortable version. Start acting for the person who will live in the next 12 months, the one who deserves results, respect, and freedom. Because the only way to make peace with your future self is to stop giving them reasons to judge you. Thank you for listening. And don't forget to like and subscribe, my friends.